I pulled up a screenshot of Brett's channel and took a screen cap of it. At this point, it said he had posted this video about 48 minutes, and if you look in the lower right-hand corner on my clock there, it was about 5:57. So this was just after I had sent him, or after he had replied to me, so he had read what I had sent him sometime around that and made this video. And here is the video of him claiming that he has chosen to no longer appear on our show. So here it is. And we get his awesome intro one more time here.
Oh, yes.
Yes! Put your dicks in your hands, gentlemen.
TJ, you're such a screamer.
Oh, God, Brett Keane. Oh.
You're a screamer.
Just like Dusty. Brett Keane is so fucking awesome. Oh, yeah! It's the final douchebag.
Hello, ladies.
Hold on,
and
is that Kenny
gentlemen. My
Rogers?
name is Brett Keane
You did that
from
last
the
time.
YouTube channel Brett Keane Hollywood.
Welcome, Brett Keane.
He smokes weed in this video too, which is kind of funny.
Pan.
Oh yeah,
Delicious.
No, it's something
The
else when he
YouTuber
smokes
Paul's
it. It's not
Ego
pan. Fuck
came
that.
into my
It's only pan when
live
cool people
hangout
smoke.
with J-Dubs last night. It's actually me and J-Dubs. We host live shows together. And it was a pretty interesting discussion. G-Man was with us, True Empiricism was with us, and quite a few others. We had
sounds so fucking entertaining and fun.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
I was there. It was
You were
it
there?
was awful. Yeah, I was in the room.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he mentions you.
Yeah, he mentions you and he says that you had a blast. So
Oh yeah, I
I don't
did. The time of
as
my
well as
fucking life.
God believers. And like usual, we had good, wholesome discussions. Like every time we open up a show, it's always a full house.
who the
Well-
fuck cares about wholesomeness?
Although we try as much as we can whenever we're having a show to be as respectful to the other person no matter what their views are. Sometimes things get a little heated. Sometimes people interrupt each other, but people usually don't get on the mic and call each other retard or just really, really obnoxious names or disrespectful. However, if you go into a room hosted by atheists or a show like the Drunken Peasants, you're to expect before you even go in there that you're going to be treated like absolute garbage. You
That
know
shit,
that whenever
can
you go into
pause
a
it for a second. That shit
Yeah.
where he stifles, it looks like he stifles a belch, and like covers his mouth. Like he does that in every video, and it's such a tell. Like it's such a tell when people cover their mouths like that constantly, that a person is lying. And he does it constantly. Like you'll see it in this video probably 3 times.
I'll be looking out for that now.
room, you're going to be treated with respect. But if you go into an atheist room, you're to expect right off the bat that you might be abused, you might be yelled at, you're most likely going to get cussed at, you're going to most likely get told that you're delusional, mentally ill, retarded, and so on, that you don't know science, you don't know history, you don't know anything, that you need to be educated, that you need more schooling, that you're fat, stupid, retarded, dumb, and every other name.
I think he said
in the
retarded like
cereal
8
box.
times.
Yeah.
Here he is token up.
Lucky bastard.
And why do you think that is? Why do you think it is that if you go into an atheist room, that is what you are to actually expect the moment you step in, as opposed to a God believer room? Why is that? Why is it that when people come into my room,
So when I think
people
Nephilim
can
3
have
and
a
True
good time?
Empiricism, I think, like, these guys are so fucking cordial and polite.
Right.
They don't interrupt or be douchebags at all.
Yeah,
and enjoy
They're just such nice, chivalrous gentlemen.
themselves, and people keep wanting to come back over and over and over again. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying that it's close to perfect. Well, I have decided
Close to perfect.
that If atheists want me on their show,
I want to just point out that right now he's saying it's close to perfect. At the end of this saga, he's going to be talking shit about all his friends.
Yes.
I just want to point
little
that
foreshadowing.
A little bit of foreshadowing. Like at the end of this saga of videos, Brett Keane will basically throw every friend he has under the bus and call them pieces of shit, except for J-Dubs, who's apparently the only one that kisses his ass hard enough to stay in his good graces over this, these years.
Yeah, Brett, can I wash your balls?
Your balls? I like.
Are your balls a little musty? Can I come over and dip your balls in some dishwashing liquid and scrub them for you?
or they want me in their rooms, they're going to have to meet my requirements and terms.
No.
I expect to be treated like a human being. I expect my friends who come with me on shows to be treated like human beings. If the person has it in mind that they plan to try to embarrass me or make me feel like a little person so they can feel big about themselves, I'm not going. So I have made the decision that since the Drunken Peasants has basically pissed on all of my friends, kicked my friends out of the room, and then tried to put me up against a wild animal like Cult of Dusty, while all of them take turns shooting me down
like Cult of Dusty
with bad behavior, I'm not going on it.
Okay, so literally, like, within, like, a couple hours of acknowledging you sending him the message saying, okay, we're not going to have you back on the show, he releases this video, like, the Drunken Peasants are bad people, and they're bad, and I'm not going on anymore because they're mean.
Yes.
It's like, okay, are you just really going to be so disingenuous that you're not even going to mention the fact that we're the ones who said we didn't want you back?
I'm not going to attend it. Now, that's not to say that I'm not willing to have a conversation with the Amazing Atheist and Cult of Dusty. What it means is that you are more than welcome to come to my show, where you will get treated with respect, and we will have intellectual conversations, and we will take turns. It won't just be 15 minutes of me yelling at you like you did to me. It's do unto others as you want done unto you.
No one was yelling for 15 minutes during that show other than Nephilim Free.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was trying to actually have a conversation, at least in the second show.
Yes.
Maybe in the first show things did get out of hand, but me and Ben were fucking drunk and pissed off because our show had just crashed.
Yes.
And they just called us out of fucking nowhere to have this fucking discussion. But during the second debate, like, I would say everyone on the atheist side was pretty fucking cordial. No one was fucking sitting there berating Brett Keane hardcore. I mean, there might have been a jab here and there.
I did tell Nephilim Free to shut the fuck up at one point, but yeah. But that was after he had dominated about 15 minutes of the conversation.
If anyone in the room was going on 15-minute yelling tirades, it was fucking Nephilim Free, and it was towards us.
And everyone agreed to get rid of him, except for him, of course.
If you don't believe me, ask Paul's ego. He was in my room for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Paul's ego. We're here to ask you.
Yeah. No, I will. I have to be honest. There was no yelling and screaming, and there was no nastiness in that hangout. It was
sure.
I mean, there was the one that I was in with Brett. I went in there. He asked some inane questions. I talked with a few people, and I left. There was no yelling and screaming. So he is like, this is the one truthful statement in this video.
Okay, that's good.
But last night or more.
I'm assuming Nephilim Free was not there.
He was treated with the utmost respect. He even said that he had such a good time, he will return. It's all recorded. It's all live. Not one time did anyone insult that man. But every 5 minutes on your show, Drunken Peasants, I was insulted. G-Man was insulted. True Empiricism was insulted. Nephilim Free. Even Adam Lore,
G-Man
who was an atheist,
during that
just
show,
because he came in with me.
G-Man
all of this
during that show fucking basically said that he respected us. So I don't think that he felt like we were insulting and yanging up on him.
Yeah, and Paul, didn't you tell me that during the hangout that you participated in, that G-Man said that he enjoyed being on our show?
Yeah, we were talking about their last appearance, and I asked Brett and G-Man, I said, did you guys change your perspective at all after that second debate, quote-unquote debate? And Brett said some shit, I don't remember, but G-Man did say, he was like, yeah, I came out of that debate with a little more respect for Ben and TJ, and I know you guys are, and you guys are capable of having a discussion. So yeah, G-Man clearly didn't feel like he was berated in the second show, and he wasn't.
Yeah, and at the end here, he said that we berated Adam, which I don't.
Yeah,
recall.
I don't remember any of us berating Adam, other than being kind of frustrated by the directionlessness of his question, which is just like, there's evidence against the Big Bang. I'm like, okay, I'm sure there is. What's your point? No point. I'm like, okay, well, what do you think happened then? Well, why do I have to have a competing theory? It's like, okay, because that's science. If you think the current model is faulty, you present an alternative model that explains things better. Like, okay, well,
I'll stop berating him, TJ.
what is the purpose of this conversation? Okay, well, whatever.
Sudden, he had the kick me sign put on the back of his body. Look, I understand you think that you have almost 1 million subscribers, so this somehow makes you God and gives you the ability and power to treat people like absolute horseshit. And you know what? Some people might sop that up. Some people might pucker their lips and put chapstick on and go, not me.
No, not you. Just your sycophants.
I don't know at what point in time in your career on YouTube, Amazing Atheist, where you came to the conclusion where I was just going to sit back and allow that kind of abuse. I've had enough and I'm done. No more drunken peasant show for me.